Good morning, Joe here. I'm the proprietor of IgnitianDiecast.com, but this channel is mostly about my personal journey of being an everyday collector. Walk with me now as I open and talk about cars, trucks, sometimes even action figures. And be sure to like, subscribe, and even if you don't do those two things, be sure to comment because your opinion matters here, even if you're a troll. I love that shit. So it's show and tell Sunday. So I'm going to show you some stuff. I'm not going to open anything new. I'm just going to show you some things, some threads that, strains that I already own. And you can, whatever, tell me how much better your collection is. I noticed something the other day, yesterday. Well, I've noticed it for a while, but it really came, I realized it's a thing yesterday. On Instagram, a couple weeks ago, there was this lady making popcorn, and she ripped open the package that the popcorn and the oil and the color came in, and she left a little piece of plastic in the wok and put the lid on. And all the comments were like, "You left plastic in there. Oh my God, you left plastic. My OCD is being inflamed." And then someone said she did that on purpose just to get views and comments. I'm like, interesting. And then yesterday, there was a dude, well, I don't know, maybe it was a woman, making like dumplings or samosas or something, and the person used a clump of toothpicks to keep the pocket, and they squeezed the edges and everything, and they pulled the toothpicks out, but they left one in there. And then they put all the vegetables and meat and stuff and folded it over, and there's a toothpick inside the dumpling. And all the comments, of course, were like, "You left a toothpick in there," or funny gifs about people choking on toothpicks and stuff. And then someone said she did that on purpose to get the comments and the views. So I thought, how can I do that to get more views on my lame ass YouTube channel? And then I realized I do it anyway. Like yesterday, like every single video, I either have some kind of like hair or whatever stuck on my shirt. So that probably bothers people who are like really fastidious. But additionally, I always get facts wrong, or I say things wrong. So those are my little OCD inflaming errors in every video. Like yesterday, I called it Family Dollar General exclusives, and that's not the same company. Dollar General is its own corporate head. Family Dollar and Dollar Tree are the two that are two different brands under the same corporate head. And they've got exclusives floating around right now. Anyway, be sure to look for the things that I like mess up every video, because it's fun and exciting. So today I'm just going to show you some mini GT cars. I wanted to get them in order, and I sort of put them in order. My Porsche mini GT Porsches and my mini GT BMWs. But what I realized is that they give these cars a lot of the weird names. Like Mini GT, their MO is to release the same casting with a different paint job, but on the box it's like a different edition or specs, things you couldn't see, like engine differences or options. But very rarely do they ever like really change the casting. So like it's particularly bad with the BMW M4. Like I literally have like 6 of the same exact casting, but on the box it says it's like a different M4. So one's a competition, one's a special edition, and this and that. So you'll see what I mean. So let's look at the mini GTs. So I keep my mini GT Porsches over here. Porsches have no business over here. This is supposed to be BMW and Mercedes exclusively. And I keep my mini GT BMWs over there too. I'm not really a mini GT collector. I just really like Porsches and BMWs. So when they come available, when I see a new one, usually at Diecast, I'll grab it. And they're not cheap. They're about 12 bucks each. So I don't have a ton of them. Here's a nice red one, an old one. It's like it's a Gen 1, obviously, and it's to scale, so it's tiny. It's probably a 69 or 70 or 71. Here's another one, probably the same exact casting in blue. Here's another one, same exact casting, but it's totally different car on paper, a black one. And Hot Wheels recently introduced in their premium line one that looks just like that. And I'm not going to handle all of them because I'm pretty ham-fisted. There's a white one, same casting, and this is a different one. I was supposed to figure out, make a list, but I literally would be reading if I did so. So this is another Mini GT. That probably the same casting, different paint job, different wheels. And there's another one. I have no idea what these are called, what gen they are, and so on. There's the Rexy. I know that's a GT3 R, and Hot Wheels obviously made one, and Hot Wheels released the pink one. There's supposed to be a pink Mini GT coming, but I don't know what's up with that. Here's a green one. Another black one. This is a later model. Interesting similarities between those two. This is a much later generation. There's an orange one. I love orange. There's red, black, and I think we might be getting into the Matchbox. I don't know. Oh, I changed lanes. What the hell? No, I think this is probably a Mini GT. Yeah, it's Mini GT bottom. So I don't know what that one is. And here's a red and blue one of the same one. And then they released a Safari one, which the three companies that I collect, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, and Mini GT, have all released Rally or Safari off-road 911s or 928s or 944s. But I don't have a ton of these. It's just sort of a random thing that I really like them, but there's no goal or anything like that. I just sort of free collect them because I think they're neat. So let's go find the BMW Mini GTs, which I have even less of. Yeah. Okay. So here's a wagon. There's another wagon that's the exact same casting, but probably two different cars. M4, 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 M4. And this one has a wing, so it's like officially a different casting, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of these M4s, but I think on the box they're completely different cars, but it's the same. Oh, that's the wagon. Is that the wagon? No, those are the wagons. There's the sedan, or coupe. And those are all the same. Here's one that's like a racing thing. I hope I'm not making you seasick with this handheld business. This one was a gift. This was a collaboration between Mini GT and Kaido House. And I'm not going down the Kaido House rabbit hole, even though they're really awesome models. I just can't afford it. Don't have the mental space. And then that's like a 7 Series Alpina. Maybe, I think it's a 7 Series. Might be an 8 Series. Too lazy to look at the box. But those will stay there. I'll probably move them down, move them to the right a little bit. But these Porsches and these Matchbox Porsches, which I have quite a few of, need to go someplace else, because these two Artifact NC shelves, well, these 4, this section, which is 2 shelves, and then this section, which is 2 shelves, is supposed to be BMW and Mercedes. But there's room, so those other makes are squatting there for now. Anyway, that's what I'm going to show you today. If you have any requests for like particular makes or models or castings or whatever, I'll try to show those next Sunday. But talk to you tomorrow. It's Muscle Car Monday.